Ta-da! I was nearly late, but not quite. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to the Katie's Arms, your pub online, where we meet, we ensemble for half an hour once a week in order to laugh at the madness together. Hello, lovelies. And if any of you joined me on my last tour, you will recognise my shirt, and actually trousers are there as well, from my tour outfits. And for some reason this evening I decided that tonight was the night that we would have sparkly tour outfit on. I'm not sure what that's about, but there we are. Maybe something about missing being on tour, probably. Chicago is here. So we ask everybody if you're happy to, just in the comments, please do, if you want to say hello from where you're from. It's really helpful for lots of people because they can see how many of us there are, how we're all joined up all over the place, all over the planet. For some people it's early in the morning. Some people start drinking early with me. Other people come, and we encourage people to do what they want while they're watching this. I don't need the detail or the specifics, certainly not any nudity situations. But you can eat, drink, smoke what you want, do what you want, be what you want, think what you want, be who you want to be. And the only rule we have really is that everybody wants you to be all right. And the other important thing to say is that you, at no point should you imagine that you agree with me, or, take what I say and think, oh yeah, that's, yes, okay, that's that. That's not it at all. It's just me gobbing off, and you guys can think what the hell you want, because that's how the world was supposed to be. And then essentially we just natter through the basics of the week, or things that have pissed us off, or things that have gone wrong, or things that are marginally funny, or we take the piss out of me. All of those things. My favourite time of the week. Oh, that's so nice. Hello from Cape Town, from Maui, people from all around the world here. Born in Dublin, lived in Cape Town, now in Bath. Washington crew are here, and Texas is here. It really is a global pub now, but in the best of ways. Like none of this globalist wanker stuff, but just lots of people from all over the planet. And sort of a reminder that we are, I say often, we're many. We really are many. And wherever you go on this fine planet of ours, you'll find people who actually just want you to be okay. And it's happening more and more as I go about the place. So cheers. Funny story I just read. And it's not particularly funny, I suppose, but it might have happened to one of you, which is that you go on a cruise. Hold on a minute. Cheers, everybody. You go on a cruise. Please say hello, New Mexico. Love New Mexico. Do say it. Do share here. If you've been on a cruise, and on the cruise they've changed where you're going. Now this is done, it seems. I don't go on cruises, but I see a lot of people do, and I see very often the itinerary changes, right? So you're supposed to be stopping in Rome, now you're not stopping in Rome. You're supposed to be stopping in Italy, oh, now you're not. Now you're supposed to be stopping. So this cruise that this bunch of people are on, God bless them, I herded on there like friggin' cattle, was supposed to be going to Aruba, Turks and Caicos, Caracas, Caracapaka, whatever. Anyway, they've just been told it's not going anywhere near any of those places. And that decision was made clearly before they even got on board. It's just going to shove them around the Bahamas for a bit, which is not the same cruise at all, and not what these people paid for. Hello from Lincolnshire. Oh, well done, Lincolnshire. And I think this happens so often, and I don't think it's got bugger all to do with whatever the reason they say. I'm sure sometimes it has, like I'm sure sometimes it's the tides or the winds or the blah. I think often they don't call at these places to save themselves cash, make the journey cheaper, make the cruise cheaper, make it come on budget, and to keep people on the buggering Carnival cruise ship so they're spending money on board. And that's a bloody cheek. So I think if they change the itinerary, you should be refunded a portion of what you've paid out, or you should be given a credit for a future cruise. I don't think it's okay. They're herding people on and then buggering someone here. This has happened to me before. Yeah. And it's sort of seen as normal. Oh, we're just going to switch out your holiday and you're just going to suck it up. Like if you went to, I don't know, Mallorca in a hotel and someone said, oh, actually 2 of the nights you've got to keep on the beach because the room's not available. You'd be like that. No, thanks, son. I think cruise ships, particularly Carnival maybe, get away with a lot of this shit, don't they? I also know of multiple people that have shit nicked off them on cruises because your baggage goes away without you. People rumble through it and you come home without the shit you went with. I mean, I'm not being anti-cruise because if you like that as a holiday, you know, whatever it takes to go away and have funsies. But yeah, happened to me too. Very disappointed. I think screw this. I don't think it's fair. People want a holiday and they want to go where they pay to go. These bastard people are getting away with this. I don't know what to do about it, but I feel the need to right the injustices. Tell you a funny story. Okay, currently, this is not a funny story. My Hoover, what do you call a Hoover? Vacuum cleaner. What is that? Why am I doing an impression of a Hoover? People know what a Hoover is. That's not a good impression of a Hoover either, is it? That's an impression of something quite different. Anyway, my Hoover stopped working. Well, it would work if I hit it, but that was... So a lovely man has now got it to mend, right? Because I'm trying to make do and mend. And that's a good thing to do. But the only thing was, God love him, his parents, it turns out, live not that far from me, or I live near them. So number one, I was explaining to the guy where I live, but I do it in a roundabout way, you know, and I'm under a different name. And I said, oh, I don't say where I live specifically because most of the people where I live are wankers. And then it turns out his parents live where I live. And I just said that most people that live where I live are wankers. That wasn't a good start. So then I'm supposed to drop my Hoover off at his parents, right? Because he's going to pick it up and mend it for me, which would be amazing. So I'm dropping it off. I think I've dropped it at the wrong place. And I got given directions, but I didn't really listen properly. Because you know what it's like and life is like. And when someone's explaining directions, it's really boring, isn't it? It's like blah, 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 direction, direction, direction. And in my mind, because I've got whatever I've got, limited attention, you know, disorders, multiple spectrum issues. As soon as someone goes into the direction bit, I'm like, blah, 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 think about something else. Oh, what sweater shall I wear later? Oh, I remember that. What shall I do for tea? Where shall I go? What's that book I was going to read? Oh, I haven't got that chapter. I really wanted to keep that sentence from that magazine I read. And then I start listening again. So we've gone through all the directions. I didn't listen. I dropped my Hoover off. I don't even know that I've dropped it off at the right house. He said they've got a porch, put it in the porch. So I've put my Hoover in someone's porch, but I don't know that it's the right porch. Which means I've driven to someone's house in the village and I basically fly tipped. And to make this okay, just buy a new Hoover. Yeah, is that an Ozempic pen in your hand? Oh, funny, I was going to talk about Ozempic tonight. Look, I've got a list of things. We're never going to get to it all. But I've got a list. Ozempic was one of my things. Oh, damn. So to finish the Hoover story, I've fly tipped my Hoover into the porch of someone that lives in the village I live in. And I imagine somewhere there's a person going, well, what has this country come to? Some foreigner has fly tipped. What's next? The freezer? Shall I go around with a microwave and just drop that off next? Soon they'll have enough to furnish their whole kitchen. I can't go back. I can't. I'm not. Lovely Mark said I should go back. I'm not going back. I'm not. What if they take a picture and be like, oh, Katie Hopkins fly tipped her Hoover in our porch. Okay. So let's do Ozempic. I think Ozempic is brilliant because, I'm guessing Ozempic, because they come as injections, don't they? So they must look a bit like this, do they? So I think Ozempic's brilliant because chubby boom booms can inject themselves with Ozempic and they lose weight, right? And I think it F's up loads of other things. Like I think it strips your muscles, it makes you look like Sharon Osbourne, like that's not how Sharon Osbourne looks, but like Skeletor. I think the lesson is don't get loads of plastic surgery and then get Ozempic, because all the things that they like. Sharon Osbourne's face was like all lifted, wasn't it? And then what happens, I think, when you take Ozempic is, I guess it starts to go the wrong places because her face now is like... Anyway, I love the Ozempic thing because all the fatty boom booms that were like, yeah, look at me, I'm a fatty boom boom. So like Adele, she was always kind of, yeah, I'm just so down with the people, wow, wow, I'm Adele, wow, wow. And now she's like this in Vegas, stick thin. Oh, I just was on I just discovered carrot soup. Yeah, sure thing, Adele. And then fatty boom boom Lizzo, right, with her flute. She was always like, yeah, I'm Lizzo, look at me with my fat dancers, fat me, couldn't be fatter if I tried, boom, boom, boom. And then now Lizzo's like, now I'm going to be a slimfluencer. Did I just make that up? A slimfluencer. Is that already out there, or did I just come up with that? I could be a slimfluencer. If I did just make that up, I'm so proud of myself. Don't know what it means. Anyway, and so this is all of them, isn't it? Even bloody, what's her face? Oprah. Oprah is Weight Watchers. She's funded by Weight Watchers partially, which is why she can afford half of Hawaii that she owns. And now she's on the Ozempic pen. So she's flogging Weight Watchers, which is about like, ooh, drink Diet Pepsi and shove a banana up your ass. Meanwhile, she's like this at home. With the Ozempic slammed in her artery in her neck. Triple dosing. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool that people who are chubby boom booms that pretended they liked being chubby actually wanted to be skinny, and now they can find a way of eating donuts and Ozempicing in their necks. They're like that. Krispy Kreme. Nothing could possibly go wrong. What could go wrong with fucking with the human body? I mean... Okay, let me say some things. Firstly, Liam Gallagher. I love him. So I get, have any of you, no wine tonight? No, I have got wine. I have, here, look. Any of you got Oasis tickets? Alison Hammond. Oh dear God. She's gone slimmer as well, hasn't she? She's taken double dosage of Ozempic and then some. Fucking hell. She'd need the whole factory, wouldn't she? She probably got it on a drip. Just dripping slowly into her arm. Every time she has a Greg's meat slice, she's like that, get me a jab. Would you? Whatever's going to happen is the side effect of Ozempic. It's going to hit all of the Chumbawambas all at the same time. We didn't know it did this. Makes your eyeballs fall out. Okay, what was I trying to say? Damn, Liam Gallagher, yes. So I get that the right thing to think is you should be able to buy your tickets for concerts. They should be 150 quid if that's what it costs. And you should be able to be in a line and buy the ticket, right? I understand perfectly that's the right thing to do, right? And I personally disagree with people who buy it, people that go on to buy a ticket to flog it off at $6,000. I think that's a wanker thing to do. I know it's the free market. I know I'm a capitalist. I know I believe that you should, the market decides. But I still think that's wanky. Like, if you weren't planning to go, don't buy a bastard ticket, right? Okay. But what I think is really funny, and if this has happened to you, you won't find this funny. So we're going to differ, and that's okay. But it's the people who were on the line for the 150 quid standing tickets, right? And then because Ticketmaster is obviously run by a bunch of CUNTSs who use the kind of Uber surge pricing where there were a limited number of tickets left so they could put them at any price point they wanted, which is a market system. But what I'm laughing at is like Susan, who was on the line, well, she was in the queue, And in her basket were 2 standing tickets, so she was going to pay 300 quid. The pressure was there, so it was ticking away. They were in her basket. The moment came and it said £1,000 or £1,500. And she went, yes, still, yes, yes. And it's not really funny, is it? Obviously. But it's that people are now saying that they should sue Ticketmaster because it made them buy tickets under pressure. And I get it. And it isn't, the system is a bit sucky. But what I love is that Liam Gallagher's like, yeah, you should feel lucky. Fuck it. He said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to sell kneeling tickets. Then you can kneel. And the reason I like that, actually, my daughter was in the queue for 6 hours and then it timed out. Oh my God, can you imagine? You'd want to just blow your brains out, wouldn't you? Oh, that'd be like waiting for HMRC, but that's sort of worse because you're going to pay tax. Whereas this, well, no, I don't know what's worse. Regardless, they need a bloody fair system. But I do like the fact that Liam Gallagher's basically just gone, we could charge you more to kneel and pray at the altar of us. And I say this because I think we need some rock and roll, right? I think we need some obnoxious rock stars back in our lives. Like, I want some people that break the rules. I want someone to, you know, get, I don't know, drugged up to the eyeballs and be on stage smashed off their face, hardly able to talk or walk. I say this because I'm not going, so disregard me. But, like, where have they gone? Where's rock and roll gone? Like, where are the bad boys? Everyone's so clean. Oh, bloody friggin' Harry What's-It singing about watermelons in a pair of tight glitter pants. Piss off with your small knob. You know what I mean? Or what's he called? Harry what? Oh God, One Direction. Oh, it's so bad, isn't it? Being my age. Hello from Surrey. And Taylor Swift. I mean, amazing, like how she does that show every night and 3 hours on stage and all the costume changes and the energy. I mean, seriously, but still. Oh, it's all a bit squeaky clean, isn't it? Harry Styles, look at you all. You're all like, Joey Deacon Hopkins. Yeah, look, I'm not even 50 and I can't remember Harry Styles. But like, it's so squeaky, isn't it? Cleaner than clean, whiter than white. Oh, cock off. Go and get me a hotel TV and throw it through a window. You know, be like Michael Jackson and dangle a small baby over a balcony. You know, come on. Do Freddie Mercury and bum everything in sight. And then someone make a movie about it and pretend that it was all fine. You know what I'm saying? He's so gay. Yeah, what, Harry Styles? I know. And I think that's fine as well, but be dirty. Don't be all squeaky. Oh, look at me and my fur and my sequins. Oh, I need to tell you this important thing. So Gordon Ramsay, right, this is a proper secret. Gordon Ramsay has a massive knob. So I can say this because it's not libelous, it's not slander, it's not defamatory. And also, if it was any of those things, frankly, I couldn't give a shit because what they're going to take from me or my glitter top. They might do. So Gordon Ramsay has a massive knob, properly massive, like, you know, lovely Mark. I've explained about him. Gordon Ramsay, similar, huge. He's just done a photo shoot. I'm going to say it was for the Times, was it? Now it's not a secret. No, but it should not be a secret, but he's keeping it a secret. And I think Gordon Ramsay, because he's hot, should do womankind and mankind a service and show it off. He's just done a photo shoot in Lycra. It is very important that after this or now, you Google that. So Google, or whatever you do, DuckDuckGo, I do, Gordon Ramsay, photo shoot, triathlete or Lycra, right? You'll see the pictures. But look what they've done, because I specifically looked and I specifically did that around the knob area to see. They've made it all, they've blended it. So there must have been someone on the decency side of things, because anybody who was at the shoot, is anybody here that was at the shoot? Anybody that was at the Gordon Ramsay shoot will know, because he's wearing triathlete Lycra. But they've just got rid of it. Like, we're not allowed to see his knob. Gordon, if you're watching this, I know. Well done. Well done, darling. Why did you let them blend it out of the photo shoot? It's all I was after looking at. Anytime you want to come and shout at me in the kitchen, you're so welcome. Bring a spoon or a spatula. Oh, where's this from? Yes, so it's I'll just show you. I shouldn't make that noise when I stand, should I? So it's trousers, but they're quite high. And if you look, I don't have a body. But they're trousers that are sparkly as well. If I put lights full on it, you can probably see how sparkly it is. Yes. So it's very, very sparkly on stage. And the trousers are very, very long, which is ideal. So my legs are 35 inches. And these are long enough to even be long. So it's from Nadine Murambi, M-E-R-A-M. Why would I still do things phonically? I don't even have small kids. Murambi, Nadine Murambi, yes. And she does lots of sparkly things. I think it's aimed obviously at an age group that's not me, but I couldn't give a single shit, obviously. And there's things with feathers on, and there's shorts, sparkly shorts. Very, very good. Recommended for all age groups. And especially now that I've had my varicose veins stripped out. Excellent. 35 inches. Yes, my legs are. So there's 27, 35. I know. But don't be all, I'm not like showing off, because you see what happened. Look, let me show you here. Look, my body. So it's all very well, 35-inch legs. But my body, look, there, that's all of it. My body is only a hand. Do you see? So when I walk into a place, I'm 5'9", say 10. When I sit down, I disappear. And people say, have you got a little chair? And I'm like, no, I've just got a retard body. So it's great to have long legs, but I could have done with, a good few more inches up here. Now I'm thinking, because I've written it on my list, but I'm really not trying to do it, a compact torso. 35 inches. Christ, that's me from the shoulders down. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay's definitely got 35 inches. No, my legs are 35 inches. But Gordon Ramsay's, I would say, well, I can't. There is a picture. Shall I find it? I'll find it and then I'll post it in the coming days. And then I'll try and find the Lycra pictures and explain why what's happened is such a disservice. I can't believe we spent all this time. I saw you. I didn't realise you were that tall. They're just really long legs. They're my dad's. Whatever. I mean, they're not actually my dad's. He's got his own. So I'm really, really trying to avoid the Paralympics. Because as a Katie's Arms regular, hello, from Italy. We Italians love you. Thank you, grazie mille. If I get going on the Paralympics after a glass of wine here at the Katie's Arms, it's not going to go well for me. Someone on here drinking again. It's one of the people who don't understand. And that's okay. If you want to think I'm drunk and that's why I speak like this, it's okay. If you need to explain me away, that's on you. It's not on me. Paralympics. Is there a way of, no. So it's just when it's things like breaststroke, right? At the Paralympics. And so much respect to everybody, right? But like breaststroke when you don't have any arms. I guess my questions are just around, what was your motivation to pick that as a sport? Like when you were like, oh yeah, I don't have arms, what part of you thought, I know what, I'll train for breaststroke? Those are the questions I really want to ask. Or like if you're doing, you're doing the firing of the weapons and you haven't got arms. I wouldn't be a natural calling. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, the church is not a natural calling. So if I have no arms or perhaps no legs, I'm not sure that I would think swimming would be my natural calling. And it's all of this that I get. Those are the big funny urges I get when I'm watching it. And as much as I'm like cheering everyone on. And I also, as a runner, I can't help but feel like sitting down running is a sort of different thing. And I'm also, I know many of us do it and you're not allowed to, and it's certainly not okay. But like when they have categories, it's called like the SP8 or the FS9 or PQ4, and it means a certain thing. Sometimes I feel like those categories are really broad, because you've got like someone who's got no arms, no legs, can't see and is deaf. And then you've got someone who's got 2 legs and an arm in HSP4 with the guy who's got none of those things. And I just feel like it doesn't feel super fair. Do you know what I mean? If I've got no arms, no legs and I'm swimming, I feel like I want everyone else to be no arms, no legs as well. Gordon Ramsay is in Men's Health magazine. There you go. So, Men's Health magazine. Buy it if you can, except don't bother, because I need to get the picture to you that they should have used, or what they actually should have. The side profile of what he's wearing is what you need to see. And maybe in the magazine, maybe there's more revealing images. Quickly, oh my God, we're nearly out of time. I love how you say what you want. I'm not sure if you'd like me. Fuck that, babe. You're not needing to be liked by me because you're you. And I pretty much love anybody who's doing their own thing. So don't even worry about whether I would like you. Who am I for you to give a shit about you? I have no bearing on your life. I have no influence on your life. I have no say in what you do. You're you. Go you. And screw me. And screw anyone else who doesn't like you either, for that matter. You go and you be the best version of you. And I happen to like, actually, most people out there. I like the people most people don't like. I like pissy homeless people because I dig some of their life choices, to be honest. Cast yourself off from the world and be free. So never wonder if someone might like you or not, would be my advice. Go at it. If they don't like you, well, they can go like someone else, can't they? They need to make better choices. I say that to audiences when they come to my stuff. If you don't like anything I'm about to say, or if it really offends you, that you know where the door is. And I mean it real politely. Like make choices for yourself. On that note, can I say a couple of things super sincerely? Thank you for all the kindness after the church kicked me out at King's Lynn. Thank you to the ticket holders for being so kind. And I specifically want to say thank you to Dan Wotton. I didn't mean for the King's Lynn thing, I didn't mean to get upset. I didn't mean for it to go out there. I was just being at the pub. But I understand Dan and other people that joined him on his show were very kind. I don't ask for that. I don't expect it. I haven't watched it myself because it would be cringe to see myself. But I've heard from many people that they were very kind. And I've thanked Dan privately, but I wanted to say publicly that I appreciate people sticking together, not having to agree on anything actually, but just to have a basic line of support for someone who was upset. So that's very kind. I want to thank you all for selling out. I'm doing a little tiny mini tour, which is completely sold out now. I think maybe a few seats left at Blackpool, but that's going to be a sellout. 1,200 of us at the end of the pier. And I wanted to let you know one last thing, if I may, that we added an extra date. Because London's been sold out for so long, because they've got a wait list, and because they're so darling to us there, we added an extra night. And I will post details of that. But if you haven't got tickets and you did want to come, we just added a date in London. So www.katiesarms.com. I must stop saying www. Mustn't I? Makes me sound like a right old fucker. Okay, so my loves, thank you. Please come to Glasgow. We will be on the big tour. So next year, 2025, we'll have so the Silly Cow tour was 48 dates. I think the big tour next year is going to be bigger still. I know we're doing 2 nights in Belfast. So I'm so excited. 2025 is going to go off. And I think we all need it. I just genuinely, my heart says we need to be together, to hold on, to get through this winter. And I think that's partly what Katie's Arms will be doing. I don't know if we need to move to twice a week, but we need to get everybody through the winter. And if that involves me going to people's homes and buying them heating, then that's what I have to do. Whatever it takes to get our team through the winter is what I'm going to do. Yes, good. Okay, so thank you from me. Big cheers to everybody at Save Our Scampton. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I know the government said it's about budgets, but some of that budget is affected by the scrutiny, and the scrutiny is because of those people who stood there, made camp there and protested and stood ground. And mostly, just as you go off into your weekend, do remember to look after yourself. And I don't mean that in a BBC, stay safe way. Stay safe, fuck stay safe. Go balls to the wall, do all the things you love, smoke in beer gardens, have one drink too many if you need to, laugh at people, tell people to piss off or cut people off if you've had enough of them, and look after yourself. I don't know, moisturise. Friggin' moisturise. So fed up with moisturising. I know I'm supposed to have gone, but all I fucking do is moisturise. Moisturise my eyeballs because I've got dry eyes. I have to moisturise my lips because otherwise they're chapped in the morning, or I get strings, which is dehydration, even though I drink loads of friggin' squash. It's supposed to moisturise your skin. Your legs fall off if you don't moisturise them. I have to moisturise my arse. Oh, it's just so much moisturising, darlings. Same, exactly. We're sick of it. Let's all go and look at Gordon Ramsay's cock and have a great weekend. I'll see you somewhere on the road, my darlings. Do come and say hi if you see me out and about. Okay.